Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: Millennials, what was the most middle-aged thing you caught yourself saying recently? Not something I said, but I just stood out on my porch this morning drinking my coffee and someone drove by pretty fast and I thought that's way too fast. Oh, look at you with your porch. Edit, well. All these awards. I don't even know what they mean, ha ha ha, thanks people. Edit 2, wow, we more awards. What is this? Guys, don't give me any more, spend it on the homeless or abandoned cats or something. Thanks, D. It's pronounced Porsche. Wanted to buy a snack and then thought, no, I have food at home. This was sad. Hits too close to home. You're out and about on your way home and realize you have leftovers, so you make that U-turn away from the fast food restaurant you were about to pull into their driveway and headed home. You feel a bit happy that not only are you saving money, but you're making the right decision of eating healthier. You fumble the key to your front door as an awkward noise in the back had spooked you. You turn on the light in your overpriced shelter as you entered, content with the food you're about to consume. Tapping your fingers to Mozart on the freezer door handle, you grabbed the leftovers. Set it to 1 minute, and your pizza will be ready. You want to go out for dinner. Oh no, I can't, I have chicken in the fridge that I have to cook before it goes bad. Lol. This is me now. I paid a small fortune for that chicken and I remembered to take it out of the freezer to thaw. No way in hell am I letting it go to waste. I feel like I finally understand my mother's frustration. I get so mad at myself when I forget to take the meat out of the freezer. I slapped a crate I had strapped onto the back of my car and said this isn't going anywhere. I worked at a Christmas tree lot and I would say that almost every time I would tie a tree down to the roof of a car. They're the magical words that immediately add +10 slip resistance. That classic dad groan when standing up. I like to exaggerate it so it sounds like I'm making a joke rather than actually struggling. That's how it starts, exaggerating to be a little funny. Really just to entertain yourself. Then it becomes habit and you don't know when it actually became real, but now it feels like you need to shift a mountain just to get up. And you've got to get up, because something always needs doing. I slept wrong and haven't been able to turn my head for 3 days. I slept wrong a week ago and there's still a kink in my neck. When I was your age, if I slept wrong my mama would slap me. That usually fixed the kink, now I have another kink. My neck, my back. I am looking forward to going to bed. Out of the shower into untouched fresh sheets. That's the stuff. Fresh out of the shower, fresh sheets, the window open so it's slightly chilly and clean pajamas is pure joy for me. I can't fix one thing in my house without at least 15 minutes of complaining about the previous owner's handiwork. The older couple that we bought our house from were named Pam and Charles. So whenever we find something crazy we say, damn it, Charles, or goodness gracious, Pam. And we shake our heads at their handiwork. Also, they had that sticker lettering on their walls about family or whatever. So that went like the week we moved on. As I was taking it off, my husband said, do you know how long Pam yelled at Charles about getting those letters perfectly straight? And here you are, just ripping down his masterpiece. I feel this. Poe was named Dick, so any bad workmanship on the house is a dick job. The people who owned the houses before our generation haven't spent their lives using YouTube to learn everything. So while they did things completely wrong, at least they were being ingenious, whereas we have immediate access to demonstration of proper technique. At least that's what I tell myself as I'm fixing the 8th place. The last guy used endless paint as a substitute for basically everything you might need to maintain a wall. We should leave 5-minute crafts out of the conversation. Calling a 21-year-old guy a kid. I was so annoyed in my 2020s when people treated me like a child. Now I'm 31, hired an intern, a fully grown 20-year-old man. I find myself saying, he was a nice boy. Started calling my co-workers kiddo, they're 19, I'm 30, realized I'm too old for this job. I feel this. Just had a conversation with my dishwasher about how I saw the first Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, in theaters. He wasn't born yet. No, I'm okay. It just takes my back a little while to loosen up in the morning. Your back gets better throughout the day. I can barely bend and I'm only 19. Edit, forgot to mention scoliosis runs in the family and I have it pretty bad. Bro, you need to stretch every single day. Source, 31, definitely threw my back out yesterday. Why is the music so loud in here? I was saying that when I went to my first bar at 21. Bars aren't for everyone. Finally someone I can relate to. I went at 23. Didn't like it. I've been saying that for 15 years. I may physically be a millennial but I've the soul of a old fart. Scrolling through my Spotify and constantly asking who the hell are these people? And why do they keep moving buttons around? Everything worked great the way it was. What's this? You want me to use swipes? The fuck are swipes? No, really, this is a legitimate problem though, no grandma/pa syndrome required. You don't just rearrange interfaces every 6 months because your UX people are bored. If there's not a concrete reason the new layout works better, you're actively working to make things harder for your users. This isn't even addressing that modern UX philosophy emphasizes cleanliness over clarity, so they're removing all distinguishing features from interactive elements, so you have to poke everything to find out what's a control and what's just text. Oh no, thank you. I can't have caffeine this late in the day or I'll never get to sleep tonight. My spouse was offering me the last soda from the fridge. It was 1 p.m. +1 on this. For me now the timing doesn't even matter. If I have more than 2 cups I'm up all night. I could finish them by 10 a.m. and it still happens. I am 27 and can no longer drink caffeine after noon. Had a riveting conversation with some friends about the best office chairs for lumbar support. What was your conclusion? We're fans of the Steelcase Leap V2 if you've got money to burn, and the autonomous Ergo Chair 2 if you're budget-minded. My knees hurt. My knees hurt, my elbow hurts, I get up at 4 a.m. to go to a job that doesn't pay me enough, I got bills that cost too high, I got a mortgage to pay off. But on pretzel day. I like pretzel day. I was venting to a co-worker about these noisy bastards living next to me. I actually said the words, "Goddamn teenagers and their Bluetooth machines." I stand by my admonition, but man, it was my greatest age leap forward since I embraced the sensible Toyota. Toyotas can be comfortable though. And so reliable. I was eating lunch with a co-worker last week and she was bitching about the weird clothes her parents wore in high school. Jickos, wallet chains like 4 feet long, some other stuff. But as I'm listening to her I realize that she's describing my high school experience, so I ask her, how old are your parents? Are they 40? I'm 37, turning 38 in 2 weeks. After I told her that, we both got really quiet and changed the subject. Someone please help me. I'm not ready for this. I'm 38, unmarried, child-free. And it blows my mind I could be the mother of an elder teenager if I had children when I was younger. I just don't see myself as that old yet. No longer being the youngest at work, it's a bitch. In a conversation with a friend I managed to find a really good knife block recently. Our knife block was recently lost in a fire, so could use nice block links. Edit, holy crap, I did not expect this many responses. Fire was not major, slow cooker caught fire while empty, and the side of the knife block, wood, caught. Minimal damage. Also there were a lot of great knife block suggestions, so thanks, strangers. Sorry to hear that. It's this one. Edit, just to reiterate, I'm not endorsing it particularly, only that I bought it recently and I thought it was a clever design when I was talking to my friend. Apparently the Amazon reviews, and comment below reviews are not all amazing. Why do I get up every day and crack like a glow stick without the glow? It's so disappointing. Wife tried to give me tooth fairy duties last week. I had them the previous week and found it really difficult to sneak in and out of the kids' room. Between my bones and the old hardwood floor, it was comparable to trying to eat a bag of chips quietly. I was able to convince her to not force me to do it a second time. I'm technically a millennial, but I straddle that Gen X boundary. After recently installing a replacement security camera, I saw in the saved footage some kids repeatedly riding their bikes and or playing in my driveway, occasionally hitting the shrubs that line the driveway and scattering gravel compost around. I found myself ranting to my wife, wanting to know why these kids were constantly in my driveway, and wanting to know why their parents were not doing a better job of watching teaching disciplining them. Then I froze, and realized I'd become that guy. That old guy. It has sparked an existential crisis. Goddamn little shits. FYI, for Americans, the divider between Gen X and Millennial is if you remember the Challenger explosion. If you were too young when it happened to understand what was going on, or to remember it now, then you're Millennial. Oh, kinda like how the divide between Gen Z and Millennial is if you remember 9/11s. I'm 33, not quite middle-aged, but circumstances last year forced me to live on the campus of the local university I was attending to finish my bachelor's. I got to know a few of my neighbors, who were all in their late teens / early 2020s, and one day while I was just lounging by myself, I put on System of a Down's Toxicity for some nostalgia. It didn't hit me until after Chop Suey was done that most of the people on campus were younger than that album. Oof. Oh number. I was very excited to buy that CD when it came out with the physical paper gift certificate I received for my birthday that year. Good lord, this is worse than convincing my young cousin that yes, I really did own a flip phone until I was halfway through college. My little nephew was watching a cartoon where some villains were robbing a bank and getting away carrying big sacks of cash. You know, with the dollar signs on them and $100 bills spilling out. Anyway, my nephew says to me, "Uncle, those bad guys are stealing the money from a long time ago.